Hey, folks, welcome to Win Anyway Live. It is Reset Sunday, Reset September, because September is coming. What did they say in Game of Thrones? I don't really know. I didn't watch it more than 3 or 4 episodes, but the memes all said something about winter is coming. Well, winter isn't quite September, at least not here in Colorado. It's still going to be really hot this week, but September is coming, and I'm getting a jump on it with Reset Sunday. My biggest reset today is resetting my diet. I have been hung up on 220, sometimes 223, 225, sometimes 218, sometimes 215, but mostly hovering right at the 220 mark for months. And I actually looked at last year and I was right at 220 a year ago, too. So, yeah, I got up to 235 and got back down to 220. But if you look at it in the long, long run, I'm still just hovering 220. But hey, you got to start somewhere. So I started today. Atkins again. I just had bacon, eggs, sausage, cheese this morning. Breakfast bowl that my wife makes. She makes a whole bunch of them, puts them in the fridge or the freezer, and that way I can just get it out, heat it up, and there it is. So thanks, Christy, for doing that. And then I made a steak later on in the day, had a piece of cheese, and that's it. I'm done for the day. Plenty of food. It is a great big steak. So, yeah, I'm craving some chocolate or I'm craving something crunchy, but I will live for today because it's late. There's other resets I want to do financially with my job, with my coaching, with my speaking. A lot of when I think about it, I mean, okay, today not only is it the end of August, coming in at the beginning of September, a little bit later this week, it's the day after the World Championship of Public Speaking, which I talked about yesterday, which means it's kind of the beginning of the next contest year. Now, a lot of people say the beginning of the next contest year for them is when they lose, when they get booted out of the contest. I've never been able to do that. I always want to see what's coming up, who wins, what the styles are, and that just gives me a chance to think about it. And plus, it lets me get away from the contest after I lose, if I lose before the World Championship. So now I have to sit here and think, okay, am I going to compete this year? Well, yeah, I'm going to compete this year one way or another. I'm not going to let 3 years go by without me really, really giving it the old college try. Yeah, I've competed the last 2 years, but can't say my heart's been all that into it or my mind's been all that into it, and I haven't done as well as I could have. Haven't haven't put my best foot forward. I guess I shouldn't say it since I only have one foot to put forward. But anyway, uh, and the people who beat me. Well, first year I beat myself because of the technology issue I allowed to happen. This year, the people beat me because they had a better speech than me, and I didn't have a good speech because I didn't work that hard because my heart just wasn't in it. Doesn't mean they wouldn't have beaten my best speech too, but I won't know. And that's kind of tough to bear to know that I didn't give my all. So this coming year, yeah, reset. I'm going to give my all and I'm going to compete. And maybe I'll still lose a club or area or whatever, but at least I will know that I've given it my all. Giving it my all, I think, is part of my reset just in general, in every aspect of my life. I've let a lot of things slide. The book that I'm supposed to be writing, that was supposed to be done beginning of June, is nowhere to be found. Got to get started on that. Just like the diet, got to start with one day. Got to get the book going, or at least my part of the book. I have most of the parts of the book all ready to go. I just need to do my own writing part of it. So, yeah, a lot going on. A lot going on in my mind. What about you? Yeah, there we go. What about you? What do you want to reset? You don't need the end of the month. You don't need the beginning of the month. You don't need anything. You just reset every day. A reset next hour. I've talked about that before. For me, today's a reset Sunday, a reset at the end and beginning of the month. But regardless of when you reset, the question is, what do you want to reset? And how are you going to reset it? What's your strategy going to be? What are you going to do differently this time than you've been doing? If your reset last time didn't work, what's your reset this time going to be? I'm still trying to look at what my strategies of my reset are going to be. Today's just kind of that moment where I'm saying, hey, I'm going to reset. So think about it for yourself. Think about what's worked in the past, what hasn't worked. Celebrate what's worked, celebrate the progress you've made, and then think about what you're going to do going forward, and then go do it. Hey, what do you know? You add all those things up, and it's my win anyway system, my win anyway formula, because every motivational speaker worth their salt has a formula. That's my formula. Review, celebrate, re-strategize, and move forward. Although I don't like those words, I'm still looking for the perfect words. If you've got some perfect words for a 4-step formula, hey, share them. Share them in the comments. It'd be great if they rhymed or all started with the same letter, because then I might look really professional. Anyway, I forgot. Yesterday I was ending the perfect day in the perfect way by watching the Broncos, except the Broncos weren't on. I couldn't find them anywhere on my antenna. Nowhere. Oh, well. I know I'll find them in a couple of weeks. Football season's going to start. So I just watched a movie with my wife, which was still pretty perfect. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a Win Anyway day. We'll see you later on Win Anyway Live.